Last Saturday night, we stayed up through the lightning delay and maybe ran over and caught some of the UTEP game and Bob Davie on the commentary of the UTEP North Texas game. Watched the Aggies. The Hawaii game was a tough watch. But watching New Mexico State play Nevada, and I got a lot of thoughts on that. I know you do too. 23-12 was the number to open up the football season. Nevada goes down to Cruces and gets out of there with a win. It is game week for the Lobos and for most everybody else. Good morning to you. Opening drive. Merry Monday, the final Monday of August. Jefferson Bieta and JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal. How you living?
What it do?
Do a lot. It do a lot. All right, I stayed up late. I didn't go. I opted to stay home and watch it and had some stuff to do. I had the big cross-country meet on Saturday morning. And all right, I know this is going to oversimplify it because I understand that there were turnovers, and I understand that there were it was a missed field goal. You catch the damn football, and New Mexico State beats Nevada on Saturday night. You think I'm way out of line here? They outgained them. My eye test told me New Mexico State was a better team. They moved the ball. I think they found a quarterback. I thought defensively they played well. They held Nevada to 247 yards total offense, while New Mexico State put up 303. Now I understand that there's other things, and the turnovers were a big, big deal. But you catch the ball, I think you win the football game.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
Because there was two other interceptions.
Okay.
Outside of
The ones that
coming
bounced
up.
off a dude's hands
Yes.
and chests? Yeah, there were two.
Drop balls.
Yeah.
3 total interceptions for Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
In the first half of his Division I debut.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough. And then the last interception by the freshman Gavin Frakes at the end, just thrown in the end zone,
That was a
chasing the game.
fourth down play,
Yeah,
trying to
it's
throw
not-
something up. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
as
that
much.
one you're not looking at. It's the two that
And honestly-
didn't go off wide receivers' hands that were just terrible throws.
Well, honestly, the one that Diego threw in the end zone on a fourth down play, he threw it up too. It was honestly the same kind of throw. He had a bad throw. He fumbled the ball. It's not even just the drops that led to interceptions. It was the drops that didn't extend drives. It was the drops that you got a guy beat and you score a touchdown on that. All you got to do is catch the football. I thought Diego put the ball in spots a few times. I thought Gavin Frakes was terrific. Like, obviously, it feels like they found a quarterback, doesn't it?
Yeah, those 2 throws he made on that first drive,
Yeah.
enough to get you excited.
Yeah, you're like, damn, okay, he looks like a quarterback. And everybody's rooting for Diego Pavia from Volcano Vista. And I don't think you've seen the last of him. I think he will play again. But I think even the most ardent Volcano Vista fan would say, all right, I looked at that, and they go to Minnesota on Thursday, and you probably got to play Gavin Frakes to start, don't you?
Yes.
What do you think of the way they looked overall?
I was impressed defensively because they didn't let Nevada get going. Nevada's not going to be a good passing team, but you didn't give up explosive plays. You didn't have mistakes in the secondary. That was huge. The one thing we knew going into this game was Nevada was going to run a football, and they did, and they popped enough. They had Toa Tua go 109, Devontae Lee 61 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that was the game for Nevada.
They didn't really, the longest run was 32 yards. 179. If you'd have told me that New Mexico State was going to hold Nevada to 179 yards rushing, 247 overall, I'm like, damn, okay, they got a chance. And they had a chance. Missed a field goal early on a drive. I thought Diego looked good on that first drive, and they go down there and they get nothing out of it. They go down again and they turn the ball over. And so I always get a little nauseous when teams leave too much on the field early. When you're out there and you are the better football team, and New Mexico State was a better football team in the first half. They just were. But they had nothing to show for it. And then all of a sudden, bang, bang, and Nevada scored. If I'm an Aggie fan, I saw something to be encouraged about. I saw a team that had more talent than they did last year. They look like they have, if they can catch the ball. I thought they were way more stout defensively than I thought they would be. As I sit there and watch what they're doing defensively, I thought that they made plays, they made stops. Look, I don't think Nevada's a great team. I mean, they are what they are.
These teams are very close in their rebuilding process with two new head coaches.
Yeah. What was your impressions coming off?
I'm right there. I was impressed with the Aggies defensively. I think that if you're going for it on fourth down at the Nevada 24, you can't just say, "Oh, that's just an intercept." That's points. It's 4th and 3, and you make that throw. That's not okay, because that's the hey, we need to get the first down. We need to come out of here with points.
Yeah, and he
We're not
just chucked
kicking
it
a
in the
field
end
goal.
zone. Yeah.
That's not an okay fourth down throw.
I agree with that.
When you're that close to the red zone. But that's why I didn't want to go crazy. It's his first Division I start, Diego Pavia. It was just a really bad first half for him. Now the wide receivers had a bad game overall, and I think
How
we'll
many
probably
drops do
see.
you think they had? I mean, I haven't seen a stat on that, but I mean, not just.
I'm sure the coaching staff has
There's
it.
got to be 9 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, balls that were by both quarterbacks, balls that were put right where they need to be put. And this is what I'm telling you. There's a play in the second half where catch the ball, you're in the end zone.
Yeah.
There were plays in the first and second half. Catch the ball and you extend drives. Balls were put right where they needed to be. 2 of those Pavia interceptions, one hits off the guy's hands, one hits him off the chest. Where else do you want to throw the football?
So it's one you're frustrated, but I think there's a lot to take away for New Mexico State. Thursday is probably not going to be good, especially still with young quarterbacks and the struggles that offense had, because that's when you look at the box score and you say the stats this, stats that, because it's the turnovers in the first half. And there was a quick response Nevada had, in that second quarter. After they had that bad snap, Nevada gives up the safety. Then they capitalized on every New Mexico mistake the rest of the quarter.
Every New Mexico State mistake, yeah. Every one of them. And they win the game. All right, Aggie fan, what'd you see? Encouraged? I know you're discouraged because it was a game that you probably feel like you could have won, right? You had a nice crowd to get started. By the end, it looked like an Aggie game. It was late night. I mean, what do you want me to tell you, right? Is that wrong?
No. Oh, this lightning, and then
Yeah.
you got to go away for a little bit, and then you come back.
Yep, I get it. But the home team was in that thing all night long. Gavin Frakes looked really good. He looks like a good young quarterback. He grew up right in front of you, right there. So Aggie fan, final was 23-12. Let's hear what you have to say. Elsewhere, college football, Mountain West teams. UNLV got started with a win, 52-21 over Idaho State. Wyoming looked horrible, getting beat at Illinois 38-6. It looks like they don't have a quarterback again. Utah State struggled with UConn. Jim Moore is the coach at UConn. And that's not your old school UConn. It looked like they came to battle. Utah State had to score late to put that thing away, 31-20. Vanderbilt went out to Hawaii and just pumped the Rainbow Warriors, 63-10. And down in El Paso, North Texas, and Seth Luttrell's team went in and won 31-13. Caught a little of that game on Stadium. Bob Davie was doing analysis. It was him and Ari Wolf.
Yeah, and Bob sounded comfortable. He sounded good. There was a couple times where he got into his classic, number 13 making the play, and then he's like, oh, and then Harris. His classic number take. All right, it was football. It was not a good day of football. The 2 early games were entertaining. Actually, at Western Kentucky having to play against Austin Peay. We'll get into Scott Frost because I'm surprised he made it back to the United States after that contest. But for the Mountain West, I think a lot of people were worried, shocked about Utah State being down 14-0 to UConn. And that's when you go, maybe UConn's a little bit better, but that's at home. Don't want to see Utah State struggle like that. So them scoring 24 unanswered points in the second quarter rights the ship. It was never going to be a good game for Wyoming against Illinois. Let's show you the way that Illinois plays. And the physical back, Chase Brown, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Fighting Illini. And then Hawaii was terrible.
Yeah, Hawaii
they collapsed in the second quarter. It was a tight game. Figured, all right, a couple mistakes. Hawaii had a fumble that Vanderbilt returned for a touchdown. They gave up a 4th down conversion in the red zone that led to another touchdown. You're like, all right, maybe they can keep this close. And then it was just terrible football. The defense, the gaps, the missed tackling, just ugh for Hawaii.
Well, it was an SEC, and I don't care if it's a bad SEC team. It was an SEC team going in there and taking care of business against Timmy Chang. And that's how far Timmy Chang has to go with the talent depletion, with all the defections there, and a first-year coach. But that's how that went. 24 unanswered for Utah State in the second quarter. Logan Bonder threw for 281 yards. Calvin Tyler ran for 161 for Utah State. That was, I think they're going to struggle being what they were last year. I think they're going to be a good football team. The defending champions are going to struggle being exactly what they were last year. And I agree with you. UConn's better. Jim Mora is the former UCLA coach. He's the former New Orleans Saints coach. He's their coach. And I think he'll get that thing pointed in the right direction. And obviously, and I watched a bit of that game, UConn was just better. I mean, better than they were, not better than Utah State, better than they've been. And remember last year they gave Wyoming a run. Remember how Wyoming struggled out there. This one was in Logan, and they come away with the win. So Utah State and UNLV open up with wins. Wyoming, Hawaii open up with losses in the Mountain West. New Mexico State and UTEP both get beat at home late on Saturday night. Danny Gonzalez is going to be with us coming up at 8 o'clock. Lobos open the season at home on Saturday. Maine's Black Bears will be in. We'll talk a little bit about them. For their first-year coach, it's an alum going back, and a lot of transfers. Quarterback is going to be an interesting situation. They got a huge offensive line. JJ was putting the charts together over the weekend. I mean, just jumbo offensive line. So we'll get into that a little bit as well. Amory's taking your calls, 505-246-0610. That's how to find us, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. Facebook, the OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian's producing for you on ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26. When we get back, who says you can't come back from 6 strokes behind to win the FedEx Cup and $18 million on Sunday? Wow. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Putting?
Unbelievable.
You know, NBC was trying hard in their pregame, in their pre-match coverage, to sell how compelling the final day at Eastlake would be, the final day of the FedEx Cup, the winner winning $18 million. And you're like, yeah, whatever. Scheffler's playing really well, and he's got a 6-stroke lead, and you gave him a little lead to start. I know a lot of people don't like that. And then he scuffled off the top, and Rory started making putts. I don't know how much of that you guys watched coming down the stretch.
I watched it all.
I watched it all too. Rory balled, and he got himself out of trouble at times. And Scotty Scheffler really, really scuffled when it was on the line. And I don't know if you ever play for $5, $10, whatever. But I know standing over a putt that means $5, you feel it because it's you don't want to give your buddy $5. How about standing over a putt that means the difference in $10 million? What was second place get? 8?
Yeah, it was 6.5.
6.5. So that means $11.5 million. I mean, think of that pressure.
Oh my God.
Right? Rory was bad. Rory was a bad man yesterday. And I'm going to tell you, in a great year, Scotty Scheffler's your player of the year. And in a great year for him, it made sense in some respects. There was some sort of poetic justice that Rory McIlroy wins the FedEx Cup this year. And doing it coming from behind, with him becoming, and I said this 2 months ago, I know they said it a lot over the weekend, basically the spokesperson for the PGA as it tries to stay together and fight off LIV. And all the stuff that was coming from LIV over the weekend about how, it's cute and whatever, too little too late, and Greg Norman's firing. And I don't know, there was poetic justice in watching him win yesterday. Do you guys think that?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, because he became the face for it. Scotty Scheffler stood up as well for the PGA Tour, but he wasn't viewed in the same light as Rory McIlroy as stepping out front and, taking the shield and sword and I'm going to fight for the PGA Tour. And especially when it really came down, and it was at the Canadian Open, when things really blew up and there was the hot takes going back and forth, the players standing their ground, McIlroy coming out, and then he immediately goes out and wins that tournament, the Canadian Open. Okay, we see a Rory McIlroy stepping up, doing your thing, and then to see his performance yesterday and really throughout the entire 4 days, it is.
He started out. He was like 11 strokes back.
Year.
Yeah. Did you see where he was on Thursday? He started out like triple bogey, double bogey. He was 11 strokes back. And to come back and win it like that, it was his year. He was the guy on tour. I mean, I think you agree that Scheffler's probably the player of the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But it was Rory McIlroy's year, and it's kind of Rory McIlroy's tour, right? He's the face of the tour right now. He is put all his eggs in that basket. Him and Tiger now gone out and publicly proclaimed that they're going to put something together to help the players, and it's how it is. You're going to get some new livies, as Gus just sent me. Now that the Tour Championship is over, Cameron Smith, Harold Varner expected to head over to LIV. Joaquin Niemann, Anirban Lahiri, Cameron Tringali, Mito Pereira, So you're gonna get this thing split up, and there's gonna be 2 tours. I think it's incumbent upon Live Now. They still have a bunch of tournaments, right? There's the President's Cup coming up. It's incumbent upon them to get a TV package and make it compelling. They've got a bunch of players. You've got to introduce the golf world to what they're doing, right? And they're going to go into football season. You're going to watch Live Golf. You're going to watch football.
Football.
Yeah, I think that's right. So it'll be really interesting to see how they do with this. But it was Rory's weekend. It was really, really cool watching Rory do that over the weekend. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails coming in, man. People are not happy about the isotopes, JJ.
Uh-oh.
They're not happy.
Struggling.
Yeah. Bill says embarrassment at the Monument, Jeff. This morning we have a new worst team in the PCL. Mediocrity, which has a bad name. They need to improve to get to mediocrity. They're not mediocre, Jeff. It's from Bill. Gus says, hard to defend the win. Jeff, this weekend I was talking to someone close to the program, and I asked why the defense is so bad. I was told it's hard to get stops in the league, period. Then you had all those early season games where the wind blew at the dump relentlessly day after day, week after week, and the defense got so demoralized, Albuquerque's baseball team has never been able to recover. People are, look, they've lost 5 in a row? Hey, but they've hit home runs in 18 straight games, boys and girls. That's a team record. Did you know that? Yeah. They've done that. All right, how was your show this weekend?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right.
Good weekend.
Okay, then. You said I dropped Davis Mills?
Yeah, that was great.
Kirk Cousins was available for me.
Good old Kirky.
I mean, yeah, I like Davis Mills and all.
Thought that was a good
Good backup.
choice.
Yeah.
Good backup.
Somebody dropped him. I had to pick him up.
Someone dropped him?
Yeah, they picked up some running back or something. I don't know. Wherever that was. All right, did you watch NFL this weekend?
A little bit.
What stood out to you in the NFL? Deontay Johnson and T.J. Watt getting hurt? It's a problem. That's why guys don't play in preseason games. What stood out to you?
Geno Smith is the starter for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
I never thought I'd be saying that in 2022.
So that's really interesting. When Jim Garoppolo gets cut this week, because this is the week it's got to happen, right?
Yeah, or they have to pay him.
Or they have to pay him, and I don't think they're going to pay him. Does he end up in Seattle and starting in 3 weeks?
I don't see it.
No.
You don't?
I don't. This is one that. Are they better with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback? Yes. I don't know if they want to be better.
Yeah, fair enough. And how much better are they really? I mean, nobody's going to pay him what he's making, and that's why everybody's waiting. Do they want to be better? Do they just want to stink and get a draft pick? And that made me right. That's an interesting watch because that's going to go down this week. This sucked. Commanders running back, the rookie Brian Robinson, hospitalized, was shot, robbery attempt is what it looks like in D.C. Evidently, it's non-threatening injuries. I don't even know what to tell you. It's not just in Albuquerque, can I tell you that? Okay. He kind of was emerging as their primary early down back, taking over for Antonio Gibson. A lot of you probably drafted him. He was going to still share with Antonio Gibson, but he was kind of pulling away from him. I don't know how long he's out. I don't know exactly what his injuries are. Ron Rivera put out a tweet. Said that's the head coach there. He said, I just got done visiting with Brian. He's in good spirits. He wanted me to thank everyone for their kind words, prayers, and support. He wants his teammates to know he appreciates them all for reaching out. And he loves them, and will be back soon doing what he does best. So this could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, the fact that we can immediately start talking about
When he's coming back?
When he's coming back and fantasy football and sprinkling that in there when he was shot multiple times in a robbery is good news for Brian Robinson.
It's a problem that we're talking about two athletes. There's Barcelona's Pierre-Emerick. How do you say his last name?
Aubameyang.
Okay. Assaulted by an armed gang at home. I mean, this is not just America either. I mean, this is kind of our world. Damn. But yeah, that's where we are. But yes, to your point, the fact that we're talking about when can he play, when do you draft him in fantasy? Yes, all of that is really, really positive considering how bad it could have been. All right, we got a bunch of stuff. Matt Araiza got cut by the Bills. Feels like the right thing, right? Just released. Go deal with it.
Yes, we know he's not talented enough to put up with this during the season.
He's a freaking punter. I mean, as good a punter as he is, he's a freaking punter.
Yes.
And
he is not going to be given the benefit of the doubt to stay on the team, to have the head coach answer these questions, to have the players talk about it when you're the punter.
So he is going to go deal with these legal proceedings now. He just lost basically the means to pay his legal team and to fight this and to pay it off if there's going to be a settlement. Because now, I mean, then he's just had a college kid now. I mean, would he have a $217,000 signing bonus or something like that? Now he's not getting his big NFL money. This story is so disturbing on every front. And I know that there's a lot of pressure on Brady Hoke. What did they know? What did the San Diego State coach know? When did he know it? Did he continue to play him? This thing, the father and the young lady were on, I believe it was CBS News last night, somewhere talking about it. This is going to get uglier, I think, before. And it just, you always want to give the young man the benefit of the doubt or prove it innocent until proven guilty. But everything you've heard in this case so far, it does not look good for Matt Araiza. Or for San Diego State, for that matter.
Yeah, for anyone involved.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. When we come back, Hawaii Little League, boy, they were dominant. United played over the weekend. Big match as they were trying to go into third place in the table. The team in front of them was the team in front of them. How'd that go? It's next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all.
And you drop 5 at the back. You don't play aggressive, and then after the game, Zach Prince says, well, quote, we could have been more aggressive in the first half, and maybe we would come away as 3 points. Why weren't you? There's nothing to lose in that game attacking them early. It made no sense just to sit there and absorb all that pressure and then have to play counterattacking football in the second half.
You know what I find every game, and this is cool. It's always we let it get away, right? And which is fine, I imagine. I'm not sure that as I watch it, and I don't watch with nearly the trained eye that you do, but I think I know enough. They're not always the better team out there, as much as he wants to tell me they are. If they would have just done this or that, to me, Colorado Springs was better.
And you sit there, and you'd be proud of the fact that they didn't give up a bunch of shots on goal, but you weren't creating yourself on the other end. You're coming off a game in which it felt like they figured something out against Monterey Bay. I get a different team in the standings, but they were creating chances. The lineup was aggressive. The interchange of the forwards at the top of the attack, it gave them opportunities. It set up a free kick because of the pressure. They drew a foul. They got the break on a deflected goal because of the pressure. You just didn't see any of that against the Switchbacks.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was a team that was just better than them. And then they get a tough one coming in now. El Paso is behind them in the table, trying to catch them. That'll be on Friday night out at the ballpark. This becomes a really big game as we hit, 7 games left to go on the schedule?
They're still comfortable, but, man, it's frustrating opportunities like that, and there's just so much change game in and game out. Got to find something to stick with it.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. If you want to get on that, you can. 888-922-0610. Your emails have been coming in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On your emails, this one says, Craig Bull must go. Carl says, Jeff, if Lobo football can't win more than 2.5 games with Maine and the garbage I saw this weekend in Cruces and coming from the Pokes, something's wrong. Did you think New Mexico State was garbage, Carl? I guess I just didn't. I know they only scored 12 points. JJ, did you think they were garbage?
From a fan standpoint, that's how they're going to be viewed.
Okay.
Because fans don't care about what your roster was last year, what it looks like right now, where you're at in your process.
Okay, I'm not telling you they're Alabama. I saw improvement, and like I told you at the top of the show, catch the football. I think you win the game. You certainly would. You at least agree you have a chance to win the game? Catch the football?
Yes.
And it was way oversimplified. And I know that there was a missed field goal and there were turnovers and there was all that stuff. But man, oh man. I guess I didn't see that. This is from Doit. Meanwhile, on Round Rock Radio this morning, they're probably saying, Jeff, we got healthy this weekend while the Dodgers and Chihuahuas beat up each other. Now with Oklahoma City coming to our building this week, we have the state tournament fate still in our own hands. You guys love the PCL. I think that's really cool, actually. I really do. All right, how much Little League World Series did you guys watch?
I didn't see anything, but I do like it.
Hawaii was nice. Hawaii was nice.
I felt bad this year.
Why?
Because I was kind of like, this is still going on. Like,
Okay.
this is still a thing. It felt like it was 2 months of that.
Yeah, it was on ABC while Rory was making his run, and so I flipped over a little bit, but it was a blowout anyway. They mercy ruled Carousel in the finals. I think they gave up like 5 runs throughout the whole run in Williamsport. They were really, really good.
Yeah, it feels like this is going to be one of the teams in 10 years. A couple kids, when they were watching like Sunday Night Baseball, like, oh, and this is a Little League World Series champion with Hawaii.
And this, yes, I feel that same way. They were just so good. They pitched well. Everything about that. It was just fun. I've always enjoyed it, and I did catch a bunch of that. Caught the Sunday Night Baseball last night. The Dodgers are, 28-8 since the All-Star break, which was a silly number when I heard that yesterday as well. All right, so with football starting in earnest next week, college football, did you feel like this was a college football weekend? Did you get enough, or was it like the games? I'm stretching to watch football, like Charlotte versus who'd Charlotte play? FAU. All right, Wyoming versus Illinois. I have to find it. Like, did you get enough of a taste, or was it like give me that Notre Dame Ohio State game next week?
Give me that Notre Dame Ohio State game. There were not good matchups. This is what happens.
Yeah.
When Idaho State comes to town.
Yeah.
When Florida State is playing Duquesne.
Yes.
When North Carolina is playing Florida A&M.
The Rattlers. Yes.
That's what happens.
What was the final of that game? Did it get away?
56-24.
Yeah, I was watching Florida A&M play with them early, and then I ended up watching Vanderbilt just beat the stuffing out of Hawaii. Man, oh man, Hawaii looked horrible. Of all the teams I watched, I thought Hawaii looked worse than New Mexico State. I thought they looked worse than UTEP.
They were the worst.
They look worse than
team.
Wyoming?
Yes. Illinois is not bad, y'all.
I agree. I worry about Wyoming at quarterback, man. I just do.
When haven't you? Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's probably right.
They're going to be the same team you always see. They'll be competitive.
They're going to run the football. Just try.
I didn't see them competing with Illinois.
They were 5 of 20 thrown through the air. Peasley for 30 yards. 30. And they ran for 182. And they gave up almost 500 yards. Now, look, Illinois is better than them. But they were in the game defensively. It was 17-3, and it was tight until Illinois ran off those final 21 points, ran away from them. Defensively, they're probably, you're right. That's everything that they're going to be, right?
Not freak out about losing to Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. That's everything that they're going to be.
Because then you're going to bring in a dude that says put an extra digit on that scoreboard and you're going to be winning 2 games a year.
Big one for them next week. They get Tulsa up in Laramie, and then Northern Colorado, and then they go in league play. I do want to hit, and you know what? We'll do this when we come back. I do want to hit on what happened at BYU at that volleyball game, because it just makes me want to puke that this is still happening in well, hell, on our globe in 2022. But the fact that an athletic director's got to go out and tell his people that it's not okay to use racial slurs at an athletic contest. And my phone blew up yesterday. I'm not surprised it's them. And okay, I want to get into what happened at BYU with the racial slur and the volleyball player and Duke and all that stuff, because it's was it handled right? and we're going to get into that. First, I'm going to tell you about NewMale, because quite some time now I've been telling you about NewMale. And I've been talking to men and how thousands of men benefit from the industry-leading testosterone replacement, and how these men feel better, feel stronger. They've taken care of fatigue and depression, even erectile dysfunction. Now, do you know NewMale specializes in hair restoration for men and women? Hair restoration without side effects. Number is 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or you go to NewMale, that's NUMALE.com. NewMale gives you options. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. It uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle, stops hair loss and regrows hair. They have an FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser, proven to regrow hair. NeoGraft hair transplants, producing natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. Look, these treatments work well for men and women who want a natural, thicker head of hair without side effects. NewMale in Albuquerque, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688, or online at newmale.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
At 8 o'clock this morning, we'll talk Lobos and Maine. JJ was just showing you the Maine charts. Marie, for your scouting report.
Yes, yes.
So their starting offensive line going from left tackle across.
Oh boy.
6'5", 330, 6'3", 300, 6'4", 317, 6'1", 323. 6'6", 318. They're big. Every one of their backups except for one is over 300 pounds. 6'3", 367. I mean, they have size. Now, can they move? I don't know. They've got a interesting player, quarterback in Fagano, who didn't play a lot last year. First year coach, going back to his alma mater. Danny will be familiar with that. So we'll talk to Danny coming up a little bit and get you ready for the Maine Black Bears coming to town.
Wow.
On I just started helping you. Did I hear you want my charts to get started?
No, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, just read it.
Yeah.
Scouting report.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Here you go. All right.
Appreciate it.
So I read this, and a buddy of mine texted me, and somebody else texted me, and they're like, "Of course it happened at BYU," and I'm like, "Gosh, you know, when stuff keeps happening, it's hard to shake the whether it's a deserved moniker or not, or reputation." Evidently, this was not a student, but it's someone in the student section. There was a Duke volleyball player who Duke was in Provo playing in a 4-team tournament in volleyball over the weekend. And the captain for Duke's volleyball team is Rachel Richardson, and she's an African-American young lady, and subjected to racial slurs, like not just once or twice, but throughout the match. And Tom Homo, the athletic director at BYU, has gone out and he talked to the crowd, and he's this is not acceptable, and we will not have this here. And they moved their match the next day to a side gym and whatever. Duke is saying, or at least Richardson is saying, that BYU didn't react quickly enough when they were made aware of the behavior during play, nor did they adequately address the situation immediately after the game. No athlete, this is Rachel Richardson now, quote, "No athlete, regardless of their race, should ever be subject to such hostile conditions," end quote. You guys, this wasn't okay in 1942. And how does this continue to be an issue on a college campus in 2022?
It is one where you immediately got to clear that, like that entire section.
The whole section, and I don't care. Well, it wasn't us.
That's the whole point.
Go.
Is
go.
That one person should not be allowed to continue to do that.
Yeah.
And it's on everyone then. One bad apple spoils a whole bunch.
BYU evidently banned this fan from all athletic venues on campus. They said the department has a zero-tolerance approach to the behavior. The fan was not a student, but was sitting in the student section. You know what, then? If that's the case, if it was one dude or one woman, I guess I shouldn't be presumptive. I just watched all this training. What was it, calling out?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, is that not exactly all the training we just watched?
Yes.
You call that person out, and I don't care if that's your homie. If that's your homie, you don't need to be hanging with that people. You are who you hang with. You are. And if there's one person who's doing that once, let alone over and over and over, you make that person so uncomfortable and call it out. You guys, I don't even understand for the life of me how we get here in this day and age. Heckling is an art. And you know, there's things hecklers find out about your family and your mom and your sister, and there's always a line. Race is the line. Race has been the line for, I don't know, ever, or at least it should have been. How the hell are we still having a conversation at BYU or anywhere else that an athlete, I don't care if it's a volleyball player, basketball player, football player, whatever, that an athlete goes into their gym and is being called this name? How are we still here? And I don't know what the right answer is. I mean, the right answer is you would have done something right away and embarrassed that person and called that person out and done something right there on the spot. Right? That would have been the answer. And maybe you're not prepared for this because you don't expect it, right? You don't going in, okay, well, we're going to have the racial police because, well, maybe you just, it's something you don't expect. But I'm not going to put it all on Tom Holmoe, although partial it's on Tom Holmoe, the athletic director. It's on the students there. That was the student section, and you're okay with that? Then it's on you, man. You're good when African-American athletes come and help your team, aren't you? But somebody comes in and played volleyball for Duke, and you're going to do that to this young lady? Like, somebody needs an ass beating. Sometimes that's really the answer, by the way.
Oh, everyone.
Shut up,
can
Jeff.
take
You
one.
can't do that. You can't do
Yes,
that.
you do. Yes, you can.
I don't know where you go with this. This is a 19-year-old young lady. And she said, I don't believe it's a reflection of BYU athletes. The opponents evidently showed respect and sportsmanship, and Tom Holmoe reacted quickly once he was notified. And she said it's not the first time it happened in college athletics. Sadly, it won't be the last. However, each time it happens, we as student athletes, coaches, fans, administrators have a chance to educate those who are acting in hateful ways. You guys, I don't know. I know when the mob mentality gets going, it's hard to be that person to call it out. But how do we even get to this point in 2022? I mean, is Provo, Utah just a different place? Okay, Provo, Utah is a different
But
place.
then you're putting all those people then too. That's the problem.
That's not fair.
That's not fair to them too.
No.
That's the same problem.
Yeah, it's not fair. Because they didn't all do it, but if they were all okay with it, if they were all encouraging it, if they all didn't whoop this guy's ass, sorry, that's a little extreme. They shouldn't have done that. If they didn't escort this person, I mean, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be having this conversation on a Monday morning, let alone any morning in 2022. We've got to be past this. We've got to be better than this. And we're not. Yeah, hold on, we're better than that. You know what? We are what we are. We're not. So, all right, 505-246-0610. I didn't mean to preach. This story bothers me so much that we're still having this conversation. Meanwhile, we're going to have the best ever, an African-American tennis player, be center stage at the U.S. Open. Serena's going to play in her final Open. I will watch. I mean,
Heck yeah, this
I
is
want to watch every one until the end.
GOAT status.
History.
Final tournament. Must see. The
Right.
tickets doubled.
Not insane.
Almost probably tripled at this point in time trying to get into that match.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And you know, everybody wants to be there for the final one. I do. What she is meant to sport, let alone to that sport, is, I don't know if it's incomparable, but it's close to incomparable. And we'll all be watching that as Serena. And then there's going to be doubles. Her and Venus got the exemption, and they're going to play in the doubles over the weekend too. So that's kind of cool that we'll be able to watch that. So I'm looking forward to that. We got all kinds of stuff. As we lead, like September 1st is when? Thursday? Is that right?
Yes.
I mean, Labor Day weekend, this is the official start of your season. This is where everything picks up. This is the official start of let's go. And cross country over the weekend.
How'd it go?
Dude, there were like 32 teams out there. So if you, what's 32 times 7? It's because they have 7 teams. So there were over 200 runners. In Cleveland, they did a really nice job out there. Oh, and it was out of Cleveland La Cueva on Friday night. What a game that was. 33-29, Cleveland beats La Cueva.
Wow.
And it was a terrific game. Another one of those where big plays. La Cueva, at the end of the first half, Aiden Armenta threw an interception, was returned, but they were going to get off the field. It was third down. It was about a minute to go. Third down, 20. Wysong runs out of bounds. Late hit out of bounds, JJ. La Cueva was going to get off the field, and instead Wysong scores with 10 seconds to go. That was a big touchdown. And then La Cueva stops Cleveland with about 2 minutes to go-ish. And so you're giving the ball back to Aiden Armenta and that La Cueva team, and they're down by 4. And he drives them down. It was 4th down and 4. And I think he is terrific on schedule. I think he throws an insanely beautiful ball on schedule in the pocket. I was wondering what he is outside the pocket, and he had the turnover last week. That was a pick 6. He had a couple turnovers out of the pocket this week, but it was a 4th down play, and he rolled right and hit his receiver right between the number. Beautiful pass, and the defender from Cleveland came and blew him up, separated him from the ball. 4th down, get off the field. Now Cleveland, you don't have to you don't have to do the F. La Cueva thing. I mean, obviously you can if you want. It's a bad look. Players down on the field and you're yelling, "You're too tiny." Kid was really hurt. I mean, your kid, great hit, great play, big win for Cleveland. But man, what a great high school football game! 33-29. La Cueva Centennial this weekend. How about La Cueva open up with Rio Rancho?
First
Cleveland
3 weeks is
Centennial.
intense.
Yeah. All right, Danny Gonzalez next. It's the opening drive. We'll talk Lobo football against Maine on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. mixture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together.
Hey, Bob. Game week, feel a little different? A little cooler coming in this morning, huh? Got your tickets for Saturday, 6 o'clock, University Stadium. Lobos open the season against the Maine Black Bears. Good morning to you. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Our conversation with Danny Gonzalez, sponsored by the law offices of Rudy Chavez. If you need legal help and someone who really cares, call Rudy at 505-242-5500 today. Make your legal problems go away. Entering his third year at the head of his alma mater, Danny Gonzalez joins us this morning. Good morning, Danny. How you living?
Living great. Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's finally game week. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been. Happy game week to you. How much football did you watch this weekend? Was it good? Did you get to sit around and watch any? You had a couple of opponents that you're playing here pretty quick, playing on Saturday night. Did you watch any of it?
We did. We had TVs on all over the building. Now, we had a freshman event at 2 o'clock that we had a ton of freshmen out, which was awesome. And then we had practice at 6 o'clock. We practiced at kickoff time, 1 week away from kickoff time on Saturday night, and that was really good. And then I got to catch the tail end of the Nevada game at the end of that, and we watched a little bit of the North Texas UTEP online. So it was great to see college football back and exciting. I mean, the games start again on Thursday this week. It's a great time of year.
Yeah, it is. All right, you're going up against a team maybe a lot of people don't know about, but you do. Maine Black Bears come in. They've got a coach, not horribly dissimilar to you, a guy who is now in his first year, Jordan Stevens, going back to his alma mater. He's been at Yale. He's been at Maine. He's coached a lot of NFL players. They've got a quarterback who's coming back who led them to a win over an FBS team last year when they beat UMass. I'm looking at their offensive line, and I don't know if they're any good. I just know they're really big. Like there's a little meat to this bone, isn't there?
There's a lot. They're really, really big. Now, Coach Stevens has done a really good job in his career. I mean, they've been really good defensively at all the places he's been. I mean, last year at Yale, they were really good up front. And obviously they have good players there, and they think they have a little bit upgraded player at Maine, so that'll be good. And then their offensive coordinator has been there for the last 5 years through a couple coaches. So they've got some continuity for their players, which will help them significantly. Like you said, on both sides of the ball up front, they're really, really big. I mean, that's typical Northeast football team. So, yeah, we've got some meat on that bone, and I'm excited to finally be able to run against somebody else and have our guys run and hit somebody else. And, I mean, our guys are pretty hungry and excited to play. So we'll practice. We're practicing today. We don't typically practice on Monday, but because we're going to practice the following week for Boise State on Monday, we're going to get them used to a schedule. So we'll practice Monday through Thursday, and then we'll play on Saturday.
So knowing that they've got their offensive coordinator back, you kind of have an idea what they're going to do. There's a little tape on Fagano, their quarterback. He played 4 games last year because he had that ankle sprain. You got a pretty good idea what they're going to do?
Schematically, I mean, they are who they are. I mean, they're both 12 personnel, which means 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and a one back, 1 tight end team. Predominantly, they like to be able to run the ball in 12 personnel, and when they want to throw it, they'll get 11 personnel. And so, I mean, that statistically and schematically, what they've done over the last 4 years is very similar to what we're expecting. Now, they'll have a couple new wrinkles. They've got a couple transfer receivers. They've got 1 in from Boston College, 1 in from Northwestern, that we have no tape of them being in a Maine uniform, but we've seen what they can do in their high school tape and in their transfer tape. So they've got a couple skill guys. I think their 2 running backs are probably the best 2 players on the offensive side of the ball of their team, which means they're going to hand it to them. They're going to find them ways to get it in space, and so we've got our challenge ahead of us.
Danny Gonzalez, Lobo football coach, with us on the opening drive.
And Danny, in a week 1 game like this, how much is it on in-game adjustments? And that's something you talk about is the players understanding the scheme more, so being able to adjust to the things you see in-game off of what you're doing.
No, that's a big deal, and for us, on defense anyway, especially, it's a big deal because week to week, you kind of take a guess of what people are going to do against you. Now, we've been running our defensive scheme in the Mountain West Conference for, I mean, shoot, it's been around since the beginning of the conference in '99, and we've tried to be innovative and stay in front of people. But we have a general idea how they're going to attack us, and through the first quarter, if our game plan was off, then that's when it's necessary to make adjustments. So having this be the 3rd year in the scheme and our kids kind of starting to understand schematics and concepts of the defense, we can make those adjustments a lot easier than we were able to the first 2 years. So we made progress there, which is exciting. The kids have taken ownership, and now we can come over to the sideline and talk about something that we might have done the last 2 years that we haven't practiced, and they'll be able to execute it.
What do you want to see from your team this game? Of course, top of the list, get the victory, but what are you looking for on both sides of the football?
I want to see a group of physical, mean, aggressive, play as hard as you can possibly play for 60 minutes. Our philosophy around here, between effort, attitude, and want to, those things that you control that nobody can take away from you. And the team that plays the hardest, the longest, has the best chance to win. I want to see our guys go out there and compete and just play their tails off in a very aggressive, physical nature, the way the game is supposed to be played. And then when we look up at the scoreboard at the end of the game, those things handle themselves. That's what I want to see from our football team.
How's your club right now? Healthy and probably chomping at the bit? Is everybody healthy?
You know what? We are. We've got the typical bumps and bruises that you have through a fall camp. Yesterday was a big treatment day for our guys. And then we'll start cutting back practices a little bit time-wise, so we're not out there as long. I think we're going for about an hour, just under an hour and a half today. We'll get, the first-team offense will have about 35 reps, same for the first-team defense, and they'll be full speed. The normal bumps and bruises will go by the end of the week, and they'll be a fresh football team before we start Saturday. And then after that, they should be sore and cranky and grumpy the rest of the year, and that means that they're playing the game the right way.
You've talked a couple of times how you've been on the ugly end of an FBS FCS game. You talked about the game here in 2006. You talked about the game, Jimmy Garoppolo going into San Diego and whooping you at San Diego State with Eastern Illinois. Did they get that message? Do they realize that stuff's real when you look in their eyes and tell them that?
Oh, I think so. I think this team especially, they understand that we should take nobody for granted. A 3-9 football team that beat Houston Baptist 27-17 last year when we started off 14-0 in the first 3 minutes and couldn't finish them off. They understand that we've got a lot to prove to people, not only nationally, but in our own community. I want people to be part of this football team, and I want them to expect us to win games. And when they expect us to win games, they're more apt to spend their money to come on out and have a great day in the tailgating and buy a ticket and come inside the stadium and watch all the events that we have going on. If that expectation isn't there, it tremendously hurts attendance and all those things. So, I expect our kids, they won't have any issue getting themselves prepared to play Maine, no different than they will any other game. They're excited to play somebody else, which is fun.
Danny, do you have enough explosiveness offensively this year to try to create some more of those big-time plays?
You know what, we've got, I think we're going to be in a position where we're going to take 8 to 10 to 12 deep shots a game, 8 at a minimum. And we've got guys on the outside between Luke Weissong and Jordan Porter. We've got some true freshmen in Jamar Sanders and Tristan White, guys that can stretch the field. We moved Deuce Jones over there, who's one of the fastest guys on our team, that we can take those opportunities. And when you can spread the field out like that, it makes them a lot harder to put 8 and 9 guys in the box just to stop the run, which is a huge advantage when the defense knows you can't throw it. So I think we've got some guys outside. Luke did it last year, and he was pretty much by himself. And so now that we've added 4 guys that have similar speed and can stretch the field that way, it's up to Miles to get him the ball and deliver those things, and those guys go up and make catches. I think we've got a great opportunity at that, better than we have since I've been here.
Will you get butterflies opening day? Do you still get them?
No, I've got them right now. Yeah. It's game week. It's probably a little bit crankier around the house, which I shouldn't be. A little bit crankier around our kids. There's no room for error anymore. There's no, hey, we can fix this. It's got to be fixed now, because if you make a mistake on game day, it's the difference between winning and losing. There's usually 5 to 6 plays in a game. And I heard you earlier talking about the New Mexico State-Nevada game. There's 4 catches that probably drastically changed that outcome of that game, where there's a couple tip balls that were intercepted that drastically changed the outcome of that game, and it usually comes down to 5 or 6 plays that will be the difference between winning and losing. So, the butterflies never go away. As soon as the butterflies stop, you need to find something else to do, because that means you ain't getting yourself charged up to go.
Yeah, no, I watched that game. I know you did too. I said earlier, I think, and I know it's oversimplifying, catch the ball, they had a chance to beat Nevada.
Absolutely. There's 2 turnovers that led to the Nevada touchdowns because balls were tipped by receivers that should have been caught from Diego Pavia. Those things, they are so minute, yet they have such a gigantic impact on the football game.
Yeah, Danny, that's the whole box score versus actually seeing what happens. And I know all those are charged to the quarterback. Speaking of your quarterback, Miles Kendrick, it's people will look and see, an experienced player, but this is only his 5th start at the as a D1 quarterback coming in on Saturday. So what do you want to see out of him running this offense?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be as nervous as can be, as I kind of hope he will be, because that means he's excited for the opportunity. Now, he has 14 games of experience under his belt at this level. He started 5 of them, like you said. He had a great time at San Mateo Junior College, where they won 11 football games as he was the starting quarterback. So, I mean, he's done it with live bullets, which is a significant difference than a true freshman coming in and trying to do it for the first time, especially an immature true freshman. So, I mean, now if you watch once again the New Mexico State game, the young man that came in the second half did a great job. So, we're excited for Miles to have the opportunity. It's going to be fun to see him go out there and direct the guys and use his experience as a leader. And I mean, now he's a 5th-year senior, so there's a lot that goes in with that. He's seen other guys in front of him do it, and he's had the opportunity to do it. So it'll be fun to watch Miles.
Lastly, what you see around the league, UNLV won big. Utah State got by UConn, who Jim Moore is going to get that thing pointed in the right direction. Hawaii had a rough start in Timmy Chang's opener, and Wyoming really struggled. What you see with the teams who you're going to play later this year?
I mean, there, like you said, there's a lot. I mean, UNLV scored a lot of points. I didn't get to see that game. I saw the stats of the scoreboard. Idaho State scored some points in the second half. Statistically, Wyoming struggled throwing the ball. Maybe Illinois is really, really good on defense. I didn't get a chance to watch none of that. Hawaii took one on the chin, and I know Coach Chang, through some of our meetings and stuff, he'll get that ship going in the right direction. I mean, he's taking over a program that went through a lot of pretty negative things toward the end of Coach Graham's tenure there that he's trying to fix. So, I mean, there was the 5 guys that played in our league. Utah State, Connecticut, if the quarterback doesn't go down, I mean, they were moving the ball really successfully early on in the game, and then when Utah State settled down a little bit after that, they started throwing the ball. Logan Bonner's a great player, so it was good to see those guys play. I think we've got a really, really strong league, especially the top half of our league, and our job at the University of New Mexico is to be a part of the top half of this league so that we can make our league even stronger. So it was fun to watch those guys. I mean, it's football season, so it's exciting.
It is. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. See you throughout the week, and certainly on Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff out at University Stadium, Lobos and Maine Black Bears. Danny, always appreciate the conversation. Good luck this week.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate having me on. Thank you for all you guys do. Let's fill up University Stadium this week. Let's have a great, I know it's Labor Day weekend. A lot of people are going to go and do the things they do, but it's a great opportunity to come on out and watch a great football team put effort out on the field and compete for you guys. So thanks for having me on, Jeff. Go Lobos.
See you, Danny. Danny Gonzalez, the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. That conversation is sponsored by the law offices of Rudy Chavez. Personal care for your legal issues. Call Rudy at 242-5500 today. Make your legal problems go away. You can respond to what you heard when we return. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear.
Injury, big offensive line, transfer running back. They got a grad transfer at running back. They got, it'll be interesting. This will be a fun watch. This will be a fun watch. And I'm interested to see what we get out of it. I'm really interested in seeing Miles Kendrick, aren't you?
Yes. Guy that's kind of waited his time, gone through the process, and now he won a job and he has a chance to do something really good, and that is elevate this program. What Danny Gonzalez said is they have a lot to prove to people in this community. because it's the whole, all right, honeymoon phase is kind of worn off. People believe in Danny Gonzalez. I believe the majority are on board and kind of understand this is still a process, but you want to start seeing this team take a step forward, because there's only so much you can say about, oh, they're better defensively, going to have a chance. It's got to be the team taking a step forward this season. You got to see complete performances. You have to see games where you're like, oh, yes, everyone gave them a chance in this game. They had an opportunity in the fourth quarter, and those are the games against UNLV and Wyoming and Colorado State.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not ready to. I think I know, but I guess I should probably hold this until after Saturday. Right after what I saw Saturday with New Mexico State and UTEP, they're good. I think New Mexico should be close to that good, right? Certainly New Mexico State, and I think North Texas is nice. North Texas finished really well. They won their last 5 games last year. Seth Luttrell turned that thing around. I think North Texas is a good team headed to the American. They did go into the Sun Bowl and put a thumping on UTEP. Liberals played with UTEP last year. I know you walked out there feeling like that was one that got away. So I think you should be able to, if you look at the schedule and you start telling me, all right, are there games that we can win? I'm going to tell you, yeah, there's plenty of games you can win. I'm going to tell you there's plenty of games on your schedule that you can win. Now, should you is a whole nother story. Will you is a blatantly other story. But when you go through and say, all right, there's Maine, UTEP, Vegas, Wyoming, New Mexico State, Colorado State, and let's see what Air Force, San Diego State, Utah State are. I mean, Utah State looked fine. I don't know that they looked unbeatable to me the other day.
And it's preseason expectations versus eye test now. Yep. You can have, all right, this is what you want to see, this is what you think you're going to see. What plays out for the other teams? Because you feel different about that UTEP game this morning than you did on Friday morning.
Don't you?
UTEP had no offense.
Yeah, no, Hardison really struggled. Yeah, don't you feel a little different?
And so if you're New Mexico, you want to be 2-2 going into the UNLV game.
So you want to beat New Mexico State? Well,
no, Maine, UTEP.
Maine, UTEP.
Because you got Boise State, LSU, and then that Friday night, final game of September, you want to be 2-2 going in that game.
Okay, I got no problems with that. And that means you'd have to beat Maine and UTEP, and I know Danny thinks that they got a shot at UNLV. I'm sorry, Boise State. At Boise State, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. All right, 505-246-0610. You can get in on anything you heard there. Aggie fan, I am looking for you today. So you come out of that first weekend. I'm not sure I knew what to expect. I'm going to guess you probably didn't either. I don't know what you were thinking. Is that better, worse, about what you thought it was going to be? Where are you after watching the Aggies drop a game at home to Nevada 23-12, game which they put up more total offense than Nevada? The difference was turnovers. The difference was, I firmly believe, drop passes. I didn't think the quarterback play, even Diego Pavio, if you can tell me he struggled, I'll listen to you. But I didn't think he was horrible. I thought he put some balls right where they needed to be caught. Certainly Gavin Frakes came in the second half, and I thought he was really nice. But Aggie fan, where are you? At 505-246-0610. Emails. Bourne says, most desperate club theory. Jeff, locally, the baseball team or the Dividers need to stand in the winner's circle more. Which one? Who needs to win more?
Goodness. I think
both.
I would say United, because they have a lot more hanging on it.
At this point, yeah, because basically the
they make their roster decisions.
Well, and the Astros are out of it.
Franchise.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people on board. The stadium, wherever that's going to be, whenever that's going to happen.
What do you think of? I'm hearing a lot about that land right there at Cesar Chavez and I-25. That big chunk of land right there on that northeast corner down there. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
Not too bad.
You'd be okay with that? Mm-hmm. I firmly believe that there's going to be funding for a stadium. I think if the governor wins, I think certainly she's going to find funding in her second term. I don't think she wanted to touch it while there was a campaign going on when it got beat 65-35. But I think that I'm just hearing too many whispers. That land seems to be kind of a spot. I know they wanted to go downtown and they wanted to do a lot of things, but there's land there, there's accessibility, there's, you know how much I love the state fairgrounds idea. But yeah, I'm hearing, what do you think of that?
Not too shabby. I get wanting to go out there and present this like soccer utopia idea and revitalize a certain area. And those are all good things, but there's not a lot of areas that you're going to get people on board in. That takes so much more investment from so many other people than just a soccer team.
Right, you gotta be wanted.
Like businesses, where are you going? What are you trying to revitalize? So if they just built a soccer stadium, it's not a terrible thing.
You know, I felt last time they just tried to force themselves into a community and said, we're going to do you good. And the community said, we don't need you to do us good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think you should probably have an idea that you're wanted before you go in. I'd be fine with that area. All right, 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Got to talk some NFL because, well, we are a week and 3 days away from opening the NFL season, so we will get into that. Do the Steelers have a quarterback yet? I think they know who their quarterback is. I think we know who their quarterback is. Mike Tomlin just hasn't announced who their quarterback is yet. So we'll get into that. Seattle's got one. Some of the injuries from over the weekend. We'll do that, and you can get in at Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. I'll open up the text line as well, which is always filled with love, at 505-246-0610. Hey, do you have chronic joint pain? You're just struggling with chronic pain. You're not having success with steroids. You're trying to avoid surgery. There is a better way, and it's now available here in Albuquerque with the medical experts at QC Kinetics. We're talking about new therapies. So advanced, all-natural biologics, regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged joint tissue and provide you lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in precision regenerative medicine. They have over 100 clinics across America and literally thousands of satisfied patients. So if you've got joint pain, whether it's due to arthritis or whatever it is, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, don't just think the old ways of dealing with pain are the only ways to deal with pain. You got to learn more about these new biological therapy options that can flat out change your life. If you've been told you need surgery, you have to have drugs, this is basically a free second opinion. Get the free consultation. It works 9 out of 10 times better than surgery. Elite athletes use QC Kinetics. Tiger Woods, Emmett Smith, Brooks Koepka have utilized QC Kinetics and benefit from it. Call QC Kinetics now. Free consultation with local medical professionals. 505-226-8688. That's 505-226-8688. QC Kinetics, 505-226-8688.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Sports Animal.
All right, Tommy was back this weekend. Did you see that? Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, A. Marie's here after her big show this weekend. It was fun. What did you tell me? It was good?
I said it was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, fun. Yeah.
I said fun. I didn't say fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what more you want. It was great. Fun. Great.
I'm glad it was fun. It was good.
I don't know what else you want from me.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all. Maybe a main scout at some point.
I got you.
But I gave her my spot chart.
It's really cool.
She's like, hey, where do you get these? I'm like, I made that. You
The
made
oversized printer store.
She's like, you made that?
Yeah, it's like oversized. It's really cool.
Yeah, you made that? Yeah.
I still haven't gotten that technical in them.
I really like those charts. I like that format.
1 page, 8x11 guy.
Okay. Yeah. Frank once asked me, because I always put him on a cardboard, like I rip a part of a cardboard box. He's like, how many cardboard boxes have you killed for that?
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Tape them right on.
Yeah.
And then you can flip them.
You can flip them. No, there's a little sturdiness to
my
it.
roster notes for both teams.
Yep.
Have my starting lineup. Just boom, 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 boom.
It's all right there.
Right
Stop
there.
shopping.
Good to go.
Yep. All right. So Tommy he's got a lot of ish going on, that he's 45 years old and he had to go take care of stuff. Why does the world feel that they have to know, that they have a right to know what's going on with Tom Brady?
Because he is a public figure.
Okay.
So it happens. Do they have a right?
He's a public figure
No.
with a private life.
Yes. But everyone's going to ask that question.
Okay, and that's fair. You can ask the question.
And he gave us the answer. He had ish to deal with.
Right?
It's a little weird. He's like, well, we're 45 years old. They have stuff to deal with. Okay. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Stuff to deal with in life.
Whatever it is, man. Again.
So there
are different
It feels like it
rules.
has to be a little something more, because I believe everyone, whether it's a teammate of Tom Brady, a fan of the Buccaneers, just football follower in general, if it was just Tom got 11 days off from camp, no one's going to freak out about that. Like, okay, it's probably the right thing to do right now.
That's right. Everyone has different situations they're dealing with, and we all have unique challenges to our lives. I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of ish going on, so you just have to try and figure out life the best you can, you know? It's a continuous process. He's the best, end quote. He's the best at saying stuff without saying anything. Him and Derek Jeter are the best ever at that. He came back. He was 6 for 8 for 44 yards in his only series. He played 11 plays. That's all he needs. Like, again, this isn't Mitchell Trubisky. This isn't Kirk Cousins, for that matter. This guy does get different rules. And I totally understand the question. And if he's got personal ish going on, then go do your thing, man. I like, do I want to know? Yeah, I kind of do. But I don't feel like I've got the right to, or I have to. Yeah, I kind of want to know. But that's where we are. All right, Gene wants to talk about the Aggies. Good morning, Gene. How you living?
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, I was down in Cruces. Not bad for first game of the season. New coach. First quarter we were moving the ball, got the ball down in the red zone twice. Missed the field goal, threw an interception. That really set the tone for the game right there, I think. And then even there late in the third quarter, or it might have been early fourth quarter, we had they replaced Favia with Frakes, the freshman quarterback. Yeah. We were moving the ball. We also had that interception that wasn't reviewed. I think that would have turned the game a little bit,
I think
because
that's
we were
right. I
only
forgot
down
about that. Yeah. 8
at that point in time. So a little disappointed. I thought overall that we outplayed Nevada. I mean, statistically, if you look at that, I mean, at least on the offensive side of the ball, we did. Defense, 17 of their points came after turnovers. So, we'll chalk it up as again, a first game, new coach, but hopefully, I think we have 3 other Mountain West schools on the schedule, and I think those games will be close.
Hey, Gene, what was the feeling in the stadium? About just the whole atmosphere, but then the drop passes, and because I thought the team looked better than I kind of thought they would. I thought they were competitive. I can make an argument for you, especially in the first. I thought they looked to me at times like the better team.
Yeah, no. I'm going to say 2 or 3 of those interceptions were actually tipped passes.
Yeah.
Going to the receiver's hands. And then we had the lightning warning, and they wanted to clear the stadium. That kind of took the air out of the ball a little bit. I think we had some momentum at that time. Like I said, we were moving the ball. We just couldn't get it in the end zone, or we missed 2 opportunities in the red zone. But yeah, I did think that we looked better than Nevada out there, and Just disappointed, but optimistic again that some of these games that may have been 70-30 are more like 50-50 now.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. Gene, thanks. Appreciate the call. Disappointed but optimistic is what he said. I think that's the right answer.
I do agree with it. I don't think it was. I think you can be frustrated, but New Mexico State wasn't that much better than Nevada.
No, I'm not
it's-
telling you they were dominant.
It was. The box score looks that way because of the turnovers.
No,
And this is
those
what,
are two pretty even teams out there. The other day.
Because, and I think it's a realization. It was, I think, an eye opener for a lot of Wolfpack fans. Of oof,
yeah,
this is probably a lot worse than they thought, even going into this season.
Okay,
and for New Mexico State, they got some experience on that defense, and they played some big series, and I think that's going to be the frustrating thing for them this season, because you got a freshman quarterback, you got a first-time D1 quarterback, and yes, the wide receivers drop passes, but I think that's going to be the biggest question mark all season long. Is that offense just going up and down?
Oh, Lazarus Williams, number 10 on defense. I thought he was terrific. Jared, good morning to you.
Good morning. If you and I are living in Boston and we're taxpayers, we definitely have a right to know where our highly invested quarterback, star athlete, maybe what would you say, the number one franchise person in our neighborhood, where indirectly, I don't know, $1 here and there, probably more than our money goes in his pocket a year, something like that, maybe 50 cents, maybe $1, maybe $10, but it's something. So, yeah, we deserve to know because we want to know how our local team is doing. A professional sports team that's subsidized on some scale. I'm not saying all of it. Maybe it's just a parking garage. Maybe it's who knows. But on some scale, it's subsidized by taxpayers. But do you and I in Albuquerque, living in Albuquerque, paying local taxes in Albuquerque, deserve to know? No. So that's where it's a gray area. So, yeah, if you're a 45-year-old man, Tom, then act like an adult and be mature and just why even address it then? If you're telling us that you have 45-year-old man, ish to deal with, well, I'm 45 also. Maybe just stay off of Twitter and keep to yourself then if you want to be so private. But he's very coy, if that makes sense.
No, and he always
he plays the game when it suits him. You know what I mean? So if you want to say ish, then why stir the pot? Why make the comment at all? Just stay away. So that's my thoughts. But yeah, Tom, you do owe your fans a reason. Do you owe us in Albuquerque a reason? No. Anyway, Tampa Bay. I
get it.
Anyway.
Yeah. Thanks, Jared.
Thanks.
So, we're playing semantics, right? Does he owe the people in Tampa Bay because there's public money that goes into the stadium or I don't know. I honestly, I'm not sure. I want to know. Yeah, I think we all want to know. What was he doing, dude? What's your ish? What were you doing? What is the ish that you had to deal with? But I don't know. Does he owe it as a 45-year-old professional athlete? He didn't miss games.
No.
We're talking about practice, man. Practice. We're not talking about games. We're not talking about games. We're talking about practice. Practice. Just saying. Somebody said that once, didn't they? Kidding.
Heard it.
Yeah, but that's fair. Jared, if that's how you feel, that's fair. I don't know that I'm with you that I think that he owes it. I understand how people want it. I understand how people feel like they're owed that explanation. But I'm not sure I'm there. But okay, if that's how you feel, I'm not mad at you. 505-246-0610. I'm going to hit you with the text that you're sending. 505-246-0610. Tell you about Kirtland Federal Credit Union because they can help you with all of your financial goals. So what is your goal? How can they help you today? Looking to buy a car? They have competitive rates, unbeatable service. They can help you drive away in the vehicle you want with payments with which you can live. Explore their auto loans right there online. You need a new home? Choose from a wide variety of mortgage programs and partner with a team of friendly and knowledgeable mortgage experts. Improving your home? Turn the value of your home into cash. You can use that for home improvements, upgrades, and more. You can see home equity options right there online. And if you're planning for retirement, Investing for retirement starts with Kirtland Financial Services. Talk to an advisor today. Start walking the path to a confident future. How can they help you today? Go to kirtlandfcu.org or stop by any branch. That's kirtlandfcu.org. Membership eligibility required, so you're represented for complete details.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Newsflash on the text line. That's 505-246-0610. Newsflash. Nevada had a first game in new coach, too. I think we're pretty much aware of that, no?
Newsflash. Listen to the whole conversation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're aware of that. And we're talking about that as well. Newsflash, Nevada's program was not nearly as down as New Mexico State's. Now, I'm not telling you they're in a great place. They did go to a bowl game last year, didn't they?
Where's Jason?
I don't know, man.
Jason.
Program did. Team did.
We need a Jason email.
And that's different. And that is why, we differ on the whole end of the year question.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if you win 2 games, who's leaving, who's returning.
Well, sure. Sure.
Went to a bowl game, who's there?
Yeah, but are we going to argue that New Mexico State's program was further down than Nevada's? Even with Jay Norvell leaving and taking players and wherever it is that they are we going to really argue that New Mexico State's program was further down than Nevada's?
We don't need to be arguing it because there's nothing to argue about.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
All right. Text line. But guys, they sang Wagon Wheel together and everything. Maybe they should have spent that time practicing football. Okay.
We in it now. I like the helmets.
Yeah, their uniforms were nice. They look good, didn't they?
Yeah.
The black with that matte.
I'm a big fan of the
crimson helmet.
matte finish.
Yeah.
Looks
yeah.
good.
Text line, BYU story. I guess the Pac-12 was on to something when they didn't want BYU. Welcome to the Big 12, shaking my head. Not certain that's why they didn't want BYU, although I don't know. Text line, guarantee Hawaii uses wooden bats. They don't win if they use wooden bats, they don't win the Little League World Series. Why? Because 4-inch oversized aluminum bats made with coconut. Just listen to the sound. What are you telling me? That they made their own bats out of coconut and they didn't use regulation bats?
Did they get them from Sammy Sosa?
I don't even know what that means.
Full of bouncy balls?
I know. How much time do you tell me we have? 2 minutes? Is that what you said? Where'd you go? Okay, never mind. I'm going to hold the call till the after the break, so I give you the time that you so desire and deserve on a Monday, because I know the caller. And, all right, yeah. Then I'm going to hold both these calls through the break. 505-246-0610, and that's where you're sending stuff. Your emails this morning, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. So Aggie fan, get in. Want to hear where you are. What the heck? Want to hear where you are. And I think that caller previously kind of hit it right on the head. Disappointed but optimistic. Is that what he said?
Yes.
I think that feels right, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's a good note.
Yeah.
How to sum up week one.
You lose the game. You don't like losing, but you walk out of there feeling all right. You asked for a Jason email?
Yeah.
Got one.
Obviously.
Got one.
Did you see what happened at the Northwestern Nebraska game?
I saw a lot of things.
In Dublin,
What are we talking about specifically?
the free beer.
I didn't see the free beer.
The internet went out, so they just gave free beer to everybody.
To everyone?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The internet went out during the game.
Yeah.
And so they
couldn't run credit cards.
So they just gave out free beer.
Oh.
So this is always my thing on these cashless places.
Isn't that great? They just like started.
Things
Everyone
power
was
goes
very
out, things
happy.
go down.
I've asked this for how long? What are you going to do when the power goes down, the internet goes down? We don't have commerce anymore, or we just give out free beer?
Well, they gave out free beer.
And I'm going to guess that's not the way they're going to do it everywhere.
No.
Isn't that
It's beautiful. I did not know that.
free beer?
Free beer for everyone.
You're telling me I just have to find where the breaker is, and turn it off to get free beer for everyone.
I think that's right. Yeah.
It was flowing, and then they ran out.
Well, when it's free,
Yeah.
people seem to really like it even more.
I don't think they have a problem selling beer in Ireland.
Have you met anyone whose favorite beer is not free?
I mean, come on.
Ever.
Come on.
What's your favorite beer? Free. All right, we'll go to the phones when we get back. If you're there, stay there. 505-246-0610. Free.
Just like, do you have an extra one? No.
Yeah, what's an extra beer?
But I can give you one.
Yeah, I got a beer for you. You want a beer?
I like that one too.
Yeah, I don't have an extra beer. It's like, what's an extra beer? Like, somebody's going to drink it. Do you want a beer? Well, if you have an extra one, I don't have an extra beer. I have a damn beer for you. You want it? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Bond.
Man, we got a lot of correspondence from you. Some of the same old stuff, some of the not so same old stuff. Why aren't they playing on Monday? Yeah, they should turn this thing around and then play Monday and Friday next week. Does that make sense to you? The curse of the New Mexico Bowl, Jeff, on the radar to become the newest member of the UTEP Miners from Lars. Okay. Got it. 505-246-0610. Hello, Jess. Save me.
Yeah, El Jefe, JJ Buckets, and A. Marie's. I'm glad to be on the air. So I think my favorite thing about the New Mexico State thing was previously on your station here, they have DA, a.k.a. Damon Amendolara, aboard the mothership, beaming people up. And he I think he said New Mexico 3 times.
Did he?
He did not say New Mexico State. But my favorite was he tried to correct. It didn't sound like a correction, but then he's like, yeah, that New Mexico A&M team.
Well, I thought I heard that when I got in the car.
Aggies, right?
I thought that's what I heard when I got in the car, and I'm like, no, that's not right. He didn't just say New Mexico. That's what he said?
Yeah. It's a new school.
How can
New Mexico A&M. It's got to be because of the Aggie and the logo, right? He thought that.
And because you're lazy and you don't care.
It's beautiful. All the disrespect. And, another week 0/week 1 loss for New Mexico State, reunited and it feels so good. Back to the loser column. It was, and just Damon, it was great. I love it. I couldn't imagine on TV. Did they get the broadcast right?
I didn't hear a New Mexico on the broadcast. And I didn't see anything on the Twitter, which makes me think that there wasn't anything because I know how sensitive everybody is to that, and rightfully so. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that there wasn't one on there.
Almost made it. If you didn't listen to Damon, it was a good day, but almost made it through. It was wonderful. And did somebody accuse the Hawaii kids of corking their bats with coconuts?
Yeah,
that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what I read there. Yes.
I don't know why I find that hilarious, man. I just think that's great. But congratulations to the Aggies. I'm glad that we're back to football. It's going to be a great season. And Jeffrey, have a great day.
Yep, see you.
New Mexico State Aggies.
It's so unbelievable.
New Mexico A&M.
So I got in the car, and they were talking about football, and I thought I heard somebody say New Mexico A&M Aggies. And I'm like, oh, that's somebody. How do you just not
What
care?
is the
about
line?
that?
Like,
I don't know.
And I like DA, and he's usually really good on college football. I guess because they've hung out in Boise a lot.
Right.
So they know Boise State.
Okay, cool. That's really cute. I'm going to tell you that they would that East Coast bias. They would say, "Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares."
100%.
And who cares? Nobody knows the difference. New Mexico State, A&M, whatever. Nobody cares. That's what they would sit there and tell you. And the fact is, there's always someone who cares. There always is.
What is?
Yeah, New Mexico State, A&M, or whatever.
It's city limits. It's like everyone in New York.
Yes.
Nothing exists outside of that city.
Yes, and honestly,
and like 90% of the talking heads are sitting in that city.
And in their mind, nor should it. I mean, Amory, you live there. It's all that matters.
All that matters.
And
and I told you this before. And not to, it doesn't feel like a sports town when I live there. I'm just got to say, in New York.
So
it's really weird.
It's so big that it's not Chicago. Chicago to me is a great sports town.
Totally.
Boston is an unbelievable sports town. I'll tell you, even Denver is a great sports town. I agree with you. Now, there's great sports in New York, but I don't think it's a great sports town because there is so much other stuff, and it's just so big. That's why LA's never been a great sports town. Chicago, Boston, Denver, I'll even give you Detroit is a great sports town. I'll tell you, Dallas is a great sports town. But yeah, I'm with you. But they'll sit back there. Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. JT, good morning to you.
What's going on? How's the sports animal family?
Life's grooving. What's happening?
Well, when I first turned on my radio, Jeff, I'm just going to be real quick on this. You were giving that story about Duke and BYU.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, there are very few things that get my blood boiling, okay? And I'm with you. My hands are thrown up. I'm just like, people, what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing? I mean, I was just happy to get up, and then I had to hear that. So
Sorry.
I just hope whoever is doing this, they get banned from everything. So, because it's just. Oh, I just can't
It's
even.
expired. It's old. There's no excuses for it anymore. It's ignorant. It's just stop. Enough. No. I mean, no is the answer. Just no. And it's the responsibility of the people around this person to make that stop after the first slur is run, because evidently this happened all throughout the freaking match. Enough, dude. Leave. Just scram. I don't care if you're the mayor of Provo, Utah, whoever, and I don't know who it is. I don't care. Go. Enough.
Well, racism is alive and well in this country, and it's being fueled, but I don't want to go down that road. Let me start by saying 0 weeks started, Jeff, with Nebraska, and I was rooting for Nebraska because this coach, man, he just, there's some heat on him. Scott Frost.
It's getting hotter.
So I was just hoping that they could pull that one out just to get off his back. But anyway, I proceeded to watch Mountain West football because I'm a fan of the Mountain West because, we have to look, it's our conference. But what I saw with, Utah State and UNLV, and then I'm a fan of the Aggies when they're not playing us. But, I think we're right there, Jeff. The Lobos are right there. I didn't see nothing crazy about it. We couldn't stop Utah State. I didn't see nothing crazy. I don't know how good Idaho State, UConn, and those guys are, but I didn't see nothing crazy. I'm ready for the game this week. So I didn't see that we couldn't beat those teams either. So and then on Sunday, I was riveted with Rory coming back.
Yes.
On Scheffler. I couldn't leave the TV. I kept, I got to get things done.
Yes.
I'm back again, So it was just amazing how Scheffler lost the lead and Rory just came roaring like he does. It was just crazy. I'm ready for the game. Get your tickets. Let's do this. Let's go. Lobo fans, come on. I'm calling everybody out. Let's go. Come on, pack the stadium.
All right, drive safely out there, JT. See you. The Rory thing was, I don't know at what point you bought in, but he made it up on the front nine. He made up the 6 strokes, and I was suckered. 100% in, watched every bit of it. Every bit of it. So I played like crap on Saturday, too. But I shot an 86. Wasn't that bad.
Oh, come on.
I just didn't feel like I hit the ball well. Wasn't good. Just didn't feel like I hit it well. But yeah. Watching him, it was just tremendous. What did he say about the Lobo schedule? JJ, you look at it now all of a sudden and you say, all right, probably not going to beat LSU, and Fresno State, San Diego State, Boise State are going to be tough. After that, is there anybody you say, yeah, we just can't handle? There might be Utah
Talk
State.
to me on Monday.
Okay.
What if
I think, 100%.
the Lobos come out
and look like crud?
and you're like, why is this a one-score game in the fourth quarter?
Yeah. Fair enough. No, that's fair. That's a conversation.
But right
as
now,
we sit here right now, yeah.
I'm not going overboard on Utah State. I do think there's deficiencies in UTEP offensively. Mexico State, yeah, that's not worried about that one. That's two programs that look at that game and go, oh, this is the one we're going to get.
Yeah, they both say that. Yeah, they're both saying that. All right, it's interesting. We're in game week, though. All right, I'm going to read you. I got Jason's email. I got all kinds of. Jason's back in on Jess's call. He says, "Well, DA was not wrong, as NMSU in 1888 was called New Mexico College of Agriculture and Mechanical Arts. In 1960, the name was changed to NMSU. But hey, ignorance doesn't stop at city limits. Just wondering if I hit my over/unders." Well, that's a pretty good point.
But hey, when was the last time anyone referenced them as New Mexico A&M?
They don't even do throwbacks like Colorado State does, right? I mean, Colorado State goes in the orange, right?
You are
Colorado-
now New Mexico A&M.
Yeah.
From this point on,
you are New Mexico.
You are New Mexico A&M.
Hey, your computer systems are vital to the success of your business. Just ask the people at Dublin Stadium or wherever the hell they played that game where they had to give out free beer, right? If your computer systems don't work well, productivity and profitability grinds to a halt. Just ask those people how to give out free beer. Am I wrong? There's a lot that can go wrong. Network servers, remote access, hackers, all things that you need to think about. And you don't have time as a business owner to be a computer technician. That is why ABQ IT is a name you need to know. You just want to know your system's going to work, that your systems are secure, and how much is it going to cost. ABQ IT has a business model with your business in mind. They'll monitor your computers, monitor your network, keep everything running smoothly, and provide state-of-the-art cybersecurity to protect your entire operation. Remember that attack on Bernalillo County, on APS, and then Dublin Stadium. All that set them back days. Don't let that happen to your business. And don't be naive to think it's not going to happen to you. Best of all, it happens at one cost. ABQ IT handles it all. No more different providers for your internet, your cybersecurity, and when you need to buy new computers. One company, one affordable cost. Get a free estimate. See what ABQ IT can do for your business. Visit abq-it.com. That's abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQ IT.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914.
No, I just think it's way too much.
So I thought so too, and JJ told me it's pretty easy actually. You can just, do it while you're going to the bathroom. You can just do your thing. And it made me think,
just all the time you're sitting there on the Instagram, on the Twitter, it's not a real it's not, you don't have a 25-man roster.
Okay.
Just like anything, you just make sure your players are starting that day and you're done.
All right, that's cool. I'm not gonna do it. All right, so at my office, there's a new company that just moved in, and all of a sudden, every time I go into the restroom, there's somebody in a stall, and there's no like they're listening, they're watching a video on their phone while they're doing their thing. Like when did that become a thing? Has that always been a thing? You just watch videos or watch? I don't know. It just seems a little personal. Are you? What are your stall habits?
Turn off the videos, turn off the sound when others walk into the public restroom.
I mean, really? All right. I don't know. Mike said, "Why are folks down on UNLV, Jeff Alou?" I think it means I think that the Rebels look nice. That was the kind of game prior coaches like Mike Sanford, Bobby Houck, Tony the Tiger would have found a way to choke. They've lost their share of those, haven't they? They did look good. All right. Harold says, let me pick your brain, Jeffy. So why is it okay for your key players to work from the gate during these new midweek 2-team scrimmages? Somehow they won't get hurt, but then they play on Saturday. They can't play Saturday when the same 2 clubs meet in a friendly. That's what I asked last week, man. Exactly the same question I asked last week, Harold. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
It's managing the risk. Pretty simple.
But it seems like they're going harder in practice than they are in games.
When Aaron Donald decides to rip off helmets and start swinging them, it's different than Kevon Thibodeau getting cut and injured in a game. Wasn't injured in practice, got injured in the game.
Yeah.
Because you can go through those practices and say, hey, in these situations, we're not cut blocking you. We won't do that.
All right. I just almost shouldn't even read this email. Let me just not. Well, it's the same.
Should we discuss it?
Now you have to.
Well, it's the same email I get every year right now, and it's from Gene. Because it's all right. It says, I brought this up before, Jeff, as opening game attendance has plummeted over the years. It says, end of the summer ritual always meant being glued to the TV watching the Jerry Lewis telethon nonstop from 7 p.m. Sunday until 5 o'clock on Labor Day. Without Jerry, Ed, and company, the entertainment calendar is surprisingly sparse. Golf is done. U.S. Open does nothing for me. A few random, mostly meaningless MLB game. Not even Albuquerque's AAA franchise in action with Labor Day off as they limp towards the finish line in this extended season. Because of that, if Lobo football is going to open at home, I sure wish they would move their opener to Monday. Saturday will be up against a ton of more intriguing games on TV, APS football, people out of town on their final late summer road trips, etc. They'll get their usual 18K announced, really closer to 12. So why not give football fans a Monday alternative to Clemson, Georgia Tech, and have the national sports spotlight almost to yourself? Because they play on Friday, Gene. I mean, first of all, they play on Friday. So you want a 3-day week, right? You got to give them a day off. So they get 1 day, so take Tuesday off, prepare for Boise State on Wednesday, walk through on Thursday, and play on Friday. JJ, you told me earlier you wouldn't mind it if they played on Thursday. And I think everybody was kind of...
But you don't want to start the season with 2 weekday home games.
No.
You want that Saturday,
home
date.
game. Yeah. I love it. It's my ritual, and I'm not interested, so everybody should be there.
It's been long enough that if you cared, you wanted to change it, you would, man.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
got it.
That's right.
I sure wish you'd stop sending the email, just
Yeah.
like you sure wish other things would change.
I should stop reading it. You don't have that... Well, whatever. Okay. And
Monday would be even worse.
100%.
No one would want to go to that game.
100%.
Binged for 3 days. Got back from whatever lake they were at.
And
Gotta
they're
go
not
back
really
to work on Tuesday.
And let's
they-
play a Monday
and
night game.
They ain't going to a Monday night football game.
They're just not. They're not. It'd be worse. All right. Jason says, back in black. Good morning, OD. The 23,000 fans in Aggie Memorial Stadium were treated to a competitive contest. This Aggie fan and the Aggie fans around me were encouraged by a team that did not quit, played hard, played physically on defense, and frankly were a few plays away from winning this opener or at least making that game more interesting. The Aggies look like a well-coached football team at various parts of the game. I think this is the beginning of a program that the 575 can embrace. It was refreshing to see a head coach wearing Aggie gear. Yes, it is a good look for the boss to wear the branding of the university. And then the rain and lightning came, and the fan base went on to their usual Saturday night activities in southern New Mexico and West Texas. After all, it's the fight song, #Wobble On. The interesting thing going forward will be how Jerry Kill navigates this possible quarterback controversy. The question becomes, who gives you the best opportunity to win? Next year, games with Hawaii, FIU, UMass, UTEP, and UNM. Who gives you the best opportunity to win next year? Games with Hawaii, FIU, UMass, UTEP, and UNM got very interesting after what I saw this weekend. If I'm a receiver at NMSU, I'm looking over my shoulder as that unit may need to be upgraded going forward. The portal and JC ranks have some good ones. Well, up on to Minnesota. Crimson Elite Jason, P.S. The backstory of the animus between Jerry Kill and P.J. Fleck is compelling, but Jerry Kill's not about to address it, but it makes this week interesting. It does. It does. All right, so that's Aggie fan. Kind of what I heard is disappointed but optimistic. Is that what you heard in there?
Yes. And that is the best way to sum up Saturday night.
All right, Les said if you need your phone in a public lavatory, Jeffy, you're in there way too long. Fair enough. I mean, sometimes it takes a minute, you know? What? I'm just guessing. I mean, what? These dudes just watch, countless videos in there. Maybe they're just hiding from the boss, and so they go in there and sit on the throne, and they're in their little stall, and they...
Extended break.
No. Yeah. All right, not even triple Albuquerque. Oh, I already give you that one. Baseball theory. Gopher says, Jeff, I think there's a lot of interest in the baseball because at 150 games, that's 2 times more than Lobo football, basketball, and Lady Lobos combined. Can you imagine the amount of calls if Lobo basketball played 6 nights a week? Fair enough. Yep, and there's a bunch of you who really care. All right, Glenn's got an idea. Some of you really don't like the FedEx Cup. Starting this tournament, the final tournament of the year, with like some guys 10 under par, some guys 6 under par, some guys even par. So Glenn says, here's the Glenn Cup. Here's what I do. Scores reset every day. Top 4 seeds get a bye into the weekend. So Thursday we start with 64. Friday gets trimmed to 32. Saturday the field's reduced to 16, plus the top 4 seeds for a total of 20. Then Sunday the top 10 remaining battling for the tour belt. All right. They're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna tweak it or not. All I know is the guy that started at -10 didn't win. Right?
And they're already only like
30. They're down to 30.
Yeah. So
Yeah, there's 30 dudes, the top 30 in the FedEx Cup Championship. All I know is it was compelling. It was all the best players on tour. It was really, really good. And you had a guy chase someone down from 6 strokes behind on Sunday. And he won $18 million. He won $18 million. Just saying. It's pretty big. Mud says, this is on the text line, it's an exciting time of year. First Lobo game of the week, 3rd year of the Danny Gonzalez dynasty. We'll have them in a bowl game this year. P.S. West Mesa still will win state. West Mesa got run by Volcano this weekend, didn't they?
yes.
Okay. Speech says if it's free, it's for me. There's free beer in Dublin. Did you see that, Amory?
I did.
Yeah.
I informed everybody on it.
Text line says, after a stupid onside kick, maybe Scott Frost broke the internet so his fans would forget his dumb decision with free beer. I kind of was rooting for them, too. He seems like an okay guy.
Frost bites.
Yeah.
Nebraska kicks away. Opening game.
All right. Hey, keep them coming. You got good stuff. When we come back, an email that says, I hate this idea, Jeff Alou. That's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
Watching the list of NFL cuts. Teams have to cut down today. Kenyon Drake got cut. Demarcus Robinson got cut by the Raiders, signed by the Ravens. Interesting just going through them. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. All right, Mike sent me this note, said, I hate this idea, Jeff Alou. I know Trevisani wants more lucrative weekend dates, but if they put the stadium there, I assume they're going to use the same parking lots we're talking about right there on the corner of Cesar Chavez and I-25. The same parking lots of the baseball team and Lobo football. And if they have the same post time as those clubs, that area is going to be a mess. Not going to help any of those 3 organizations. Look how insisting to play games at the same time as the AAA team has killed Lobo baseball. Like you said, I'd rather see a new gym in a different part of town like the fairgrounds. I got to believe if it goes there, part of the land acquisition would be scheduling agreements.
Yeah. You don't want to have too many conflicting dates.
So United's playing on Friday this week because Lobo football plays on Saturday, right?
Yes.
So they can't have the parking lots. UNM controls those parking lots. So they can't play, UNM's taking over the parking lots on Saturday. For a 6 o'clock game, they open up at noon and you're tailgating, and that's how it is. And I get it, man. I would be frustrated if I had a professional franchise and I've got to schedule around everybody. I'm the second tenant in my own building, but then I got to worry about Lobo basketball. No, I guess I don't, right? March through October. I got to worry about Lobo football and all this other stuff, and high school football and high school basketball, and yeah, I want my place. I get it. I totally understand it, and if that's the case, go build it. But Mike, no, I appreciate that. All right, 505-246-0610. Do you see any big names on that list that you've been going through?
Brett Kern.
Who's that?
The Titans punter, the veteran.
Oh, don't know who that is.
Lost his job.
Colorado State's guy?
To Colorado State rookie, Ryan Stonehouse.
Okay. Did you know who that was? You laughed at me?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Name 2 punters.
Name 2 punters.
Yeah.
And not one that was released because in the news this week.
Not my fault you guys don't respect special teams.
I respect special teams.
Mm-hmm.
I know who the Buffalo Bills punter is not. So they got to call their old punter back and go, hey. So, yeah, about that conversation we had last week, kind of like you. You want to come back?
Hey there.
Where's Corey Bojorquez? Wasn't he the punter there?
Green Bay.
Is he in Green Bay now? Okay.
He was punting for the Packers last year.
Former Lobo, Corey Bojorquez. Text line, the La Cueva Cleveland game was excellent. Cleveland has Amarillo high this week. La Cueva Centennial game should be epic. Don't sleep on Volcano Vista. Chavez had a good game for Cibola. Oh, that's right. So Aiden Chavez, first game back, lit it up for Cibola over the weekend. La Cueva Cleveland going down to the last minute was fantastic. And just a super crowd. Super crowd. I had to park across the street. I was outside the lot. Yeah, no, it was that good. And I enjoyed that. And he's not wrong on Volcano Vista. They've got a good young quarterback, a good quarterback as well. Looking forward to having that conversation with Sebastian Noel on Saturday. Saw Sebastian out there, spent some time with the voice of the people on the sidelines on Friday night, and that was really cool. It was just a wonderful atmosphere for high school football. and enjoyed it a lot. So you can keep those coming at 505-246-0610. You got one that says, just saying 100% to your point. I'm not even sure which point you like, but I appreciate you liking a point. That's good. Rudolph, good morning to you.
Good morning. Wow, lots to unpack. Couldn't get the game down at the Butte, so I just checked in on the scores. I was kind of hoping maybe the Aggies have a little better start, but it is what it is, and at least some people are reporting that they looked better than probably they looked at the end of last year.
No doubt.
When your coach is a dead man walking, there's not much, you know. I mean, we saw that at New Mexico when we knew Bob Davie wouldn't be renewed.
Yeah.
And it's just sad to see guys that did a good job for you all of a sudden not have the magic. I mean, Doug Martin got them to their first bowl game in how long?
57 years, I want to say.
Yeah, so I don't think you should forget stuff like that. Some good news on the good news front. I want to say congratulations to Christian Matthew. And for people who don't know who that is, that's my brother's soon-to-be son-in-law, and he just made the Arizona Cardinals.
Right on. That's a big deal.
Yeah. As a cornerback, big kid, 6'3", out of Valdosta State.
Nice.
And he really, really played well. And 7th-round draft pick making an NFL team is pretty salty.
Yes, that's
Usually
the truth.
don't make the team.
Yes, that's 100% the truth.
So, we'll have a chance to go out and cheer for the Arizona Cardinals. And then there was a young man that I helped 3 years ago who got into some trouble down in Las Cruces, and now he just made the Dallas Cowboys roster. So get used to that name, Cavante Turpin.
Okay.
Because Cavante's going to make an impact on the NFL. He already did. A punt return and a kickoff return in the same game for a touchdown.
Yeah, he was special.
And, it's something near and dear to my heart. Those kinds of situations break my heart because he really had to struggle with his life to get back to where he was because of an unfounded allegation. And those kinds of things, all a woman has to do is speak the words. And you know what's going on at San Diego State? I hope everything she says is true, because if it's not, then you're really messing with those 5 guys' life. But it sounds to me from everything I've read that situation may be true. And if it is, that's just a horrible situation.
Yeah, I don't want to
team
think
to be
it's
in.
true, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. I don't think anybody hopes it's true. I don't think anybody hopes it happens, but I think we realize those things do happen, and if that's the case, then those who did that need to be held accountable, period.
Yeah, well, what I meant to say is I hope her allegation is truthful.
Yeah, I understand.
Being around this business 42 years, not every allegation is truthful. Let me just put it that way.
Yep.
And that's why it's a lawyer's job to dig in there and to find out exactly what happened. And, it goes back to the Deshaun Watson thing. The only people that know what really happened are him, his attorney, the attorney for the alleged victims, and the alleged victims.
Women. Yeah, those 23 women.
Yeah,
All right,
and 23 of them, and who knows what they said, because we're never going to know.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody have a great week. I'm really excited about Lobo football. Can't wait.
See you. Stigler's right, by the way. I did just. Corey Bojorquez is a Cleveland Brown. He'll be their holder and their punter. Cleveland Browns punter. Well, you don't even care about special teams. You don't even know who's punting where.
Nope.
I mean, what the hell?
I only knew last year. That's bad.
You know what? It's a new year. It's a new season.
I'll take my medicine. I'll be better. Or study the rosters.
That's all right.
It's not acceptable. This isn't 0 week. This isn't week 1 for me.
No.
Gotta be better.
No, you just got to be better. I think the Steelers have a quarterback. Mike Tomlin hasn't announced one yet. I loved when he said, and honestly, I'll announce it on my time when it's convenient for me. You guys are. I'm not going to tell you before I tell them. It's going to be Trubisky, right?
Yes.
I mean,
and then Kenny Pickett is their quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
Then why not play him now? Like that.
What if you think you can win? The Trubisky's better now than you can win now. I don't think he's ready to tank with that roster. Do you? I mean, is it possible?
I don't think Mitch Trubisky is that much better than Kenny Pickett right now.
Yeah, I don't know that I do either, but I'm not there every day, and I'm not the guy that's got my livelihood depends on it. I know you and I have this conversation a lot, and I firmly believe that a coach is going to go.
Veterans are always going to look better.
Well,
it's like Tyrod Taylor starts over Justin Herbert,
Yeah, that
but
was-
Tom Savage started over Deshaun Watson. Because you can say the same thing,
You
you
know,
just don't know.
Tom Savage might have been better than Deshaun Watson. I'm kidding.
Oh. You and those
Like this,
Texan quarterbacks.
Like Mitchell Trubisky is probably better overall in practice and running things. But how many times are you going to do this?
Yeah. I'm going to guess, so a coach's job is to win. His livelihood is based on winning. And I always think that it's hard for me to sit here and not be at practice every day, not see what's going on, and say that somehow I know better than Mike Tomlin does. If we believe Kenny Pickett's going to be the quarterback of the future, then to your point, why not start him now? Who gives me a better chance to win in these opening weeks? And Mike Tomlin knows the answer way better than I do. And his job is to win. So it's a fair ask on your part. It's a totally fair ask. Did you think Kenny Pickett looked better than Mitchell Trubisky? Well, they were pretty interswitchable.
Yeah, that it was pretty much a push.
Yeah.
But Mitch Trubisky, other than being in the NFL,
Yep.
doesn't have this resume like you got to start him.
Yeah, I think that's right. 100%.
Like that was me and Jimmy Garoppolo last year. You have to start Jimmy Garoppolo over Trey Lance.
Boy, it might be the case this year. You think they're starting to rethink that whole thing? No.
There's going to be bumps in the road.
Yes, there will.
But just because you've been in the NFL and you're good in practice doesn't automatically mean you're going to be the best option.
Oh, we'll come back and wrap this thing up. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Jeff, JJ, Amory, Adrian, it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Text line for the umpteenth time, the soccer stadium should be built at I-25 in Gibson, especially since I-25 and Cesar Chavez is considered, despite obvious problems there. Why at I-25? What makes it better at Gibson? It's just away from here. You got parking. I mean,
I'm
I don't.
trying to think where.
There's that subway. I don't know.
They're building a car wash right off the freeway right there.
Okay.
And maybe a Raising Cane's.
All right. For the umpteenth time, damn it, this is where it should be. Everybody's got their spot. Will they be better when they get their own stadium?
Will he be better?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just curious.
And you asked the question, Jeff. You're like,
Yeah.
what is this team?
Yeah, I
And,
asked you earlier. How good is United?
Like this is one where the standings tell you the whole story. Like they are not a championship contender right now. They're a solid playoff team.
Okay. All right. So they're sitting fifth in the table. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Top 7 go to the playoffs?
Yep.
Or 8?
And 7.
Number 1 get a bye?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And they're playing a team below them in El Paso this weekend on Friday. Big one. They've only got, I want to say 7 left.
7 games left.
El Paso Locomotive comes in. It's a big one this week. Should they be scoring more? They lose. So they've lost 3 of their last 4, right? I'm trying to remember. They lost the 2 at home. Right? Memphis came in and somebody else. That was a tough week. That was the week that really got them. But all right, yeah, wherever you guys want the stadium, you're good. All right, so you guys would go with Kenny Pickett, or Kenny Pickett. Both of you, you would go with Kenny Pickett too.
No.
Okay, just asking.
So you guys are the Trubisky train,
I like both.
and I'm the Pickett wagon.
Okay. I think he's going to go with the Trubisky.
Yes.
Me too.
That's where I think he's going to go. Were you surprised Geno Smith won the job in Seattle?
No.
No, but I just still can't believe in 2022 I'm saying starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, Geno Smith.
No. They could be really bad. Huh?
Starting quarterback Joe Flacco.
They could be really bad. So the Bears, although Justin Fields looks nice this weekend, the Bears, the Falcons, the Jets, the Seahawks, there could be some really bad teams, huh?
Yes, Jeff.
I mean, is that I guess every year there's some really bad teams. I guess that's the deal. But I just look around.
I think Seattle is kind of trending towards the worst, like 2 to 3 win team.
So does Pete Carroll make it if they're the worst team? Is he just expired? It's time to do something different.
That is how the front office, how ownership handles that. Because they've been in a bit of a flux
Mm-hmm.
the last couple of seasons. Because they're okay with punting on it right now. But do they believe that... Is Pete Carroll... I don't think Pete Carroll has an unlimited leash.
No, we can't.
In Seattle. And it could just be like he goes down with the ship. Like, thanks for everything you've done. We're getting our new quarterback, and here we go.
Yeah, peace out. All right. Howard, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How's everything going?
Good. What's happening?
Good. You know, I know United, you're talking about United. You know, I'm wondering sometimes, how does travel affect them? We ran into them. My wife and I were flying out to Scottsdale on Friday morning, and we ran into them there, and they were having issues with their flight. I could overhear the conversation. They were having to wait. They're standing around. There was a lot of wasted time in airports. I mean, that kind of makes the team weary, I would think. I don't know if they're all subject to, just flying commercial airlines or what it is, but they've got a ways to go. I guess budgets are probably a big factor, I would think, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I know this is a bad word, but I mean, JJ, realistically, it's minor league soccer, right? They're not going to be flying charter.
They had a week off, and they went to Colorado Springs.
So it's the closest road trip, or second closest road trip, and they had a week off. Yeah. But yes, they're going to fly commercial. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to chat with a couple of the players, and they weren't that thrilled about going to Colorado Springs, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why, but they weren't.
What's the issue?
But, they were finding a bunch of young men there, too. They looked like they were all, taking it in stride. Now, I heard you guys talking about Tommy earlier, about, so nobody's business where Tommy was. I don't think it is, and, all I could say is, why couldn't he expect it to, extend his little hiatus another 3 weeks? I wouldn't mind it.
And you go right through the opener, huh? Not have to see him in that opener against the Cowboys?
No, miss the opener.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, go right through that opener. Yeah.
By the way, young Luke turns 8 years old on September 12th. On September 11th, my son-in-law and Luke and myself are going to be sitting in the stands, and Luke's going to celebrate his birthday by watching his first pro football game.
Watch the Buccaneers beat the Cowboys, huh?
No, he's a Cowboy fan, Jeff. We have brought that boy up correctly, although I'm sure you and JJ beg to differ.
Yeah, what have you done to that poor boy? Yeah, right.
Have a great day, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
See you. So he says, I mean, nobody's got the right to know what Tommy's doing. Let him, he can go do his thing. All right. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I kind of want to know. I do. I care a little bit. I'd like to know, but I don't feel like I've got the right to know. Tom Brady's 45 years old. He's Tom Brady. He can go do what he wants to do. He'll be back to do his job, right?
That is correct. And he did on Saturday.
All right. So what's the issue? I mean, what's the issue? Yeah, what do I get? I don't get football tonight, right? This is the last Monday without football?
Yes.
Like till forever?
Till forever.
Okay. No football
Baseball.
tonight. Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm good with
baseball?
it. Yeah, no, I'm actually okay with it. I'll work on my charts and get ready. Did I miss anything? I'm just looking through my stuff. Would Serena play today? Because that's kind of a thing that I'd like to see too. I do want to see that. And I do want to see, and I'll watch tennis. I'm going to watch the Open. Serena and Venus will face a Czech pair in the first round of the doubles. I'm looking forward to that too. So she plays singles tonight. Serena does. And then the doubles competition starts on Wednesday. And it's the first time that her and Venus are playing doubles together since the 2018 French. They've won 14 Grand Slam championships as a doubles team. It's kind of cool. I think it's really cool. So I mean, we're gonna get more tennis than we know what to do with, probably. And I'm okay with that. I'm watching NFL roster cuts as they come in too.
Yeah, so August 30th is, so tomorrow is the day
Yeah,
It
but
has to be cut by tomorrow.
did you see the chunk of cuts today?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming down.
It has to be by tomorrow.
Yeah, they're coming down like crazy.
And all these punters losing jobs left and right.
So what is if I look at the depth chart for the Buffalo Bills, do they have a punter? Because I mean, they obviously cut. Yeah. No, honestly, you got to have one. They don't. Honestly, they don't. They have a place kicker or a punt returner. Yeah, special teams. There's no punter listed. Maybe they can get the guy that Tennessee just got and go up to Buffalo, get himself a job.
Yep. Veteran punter available.
Yep. All right.
New Mexico State plus 36 for Thursday night
36
at Minnesota. Get you thinking.
I'm gonna bet on Serena.
36. Does that feel like too many for you?
No.
So you're going the other way. You're going up. Minnesota lay the 36.
Where are the points coming for the Aggies?
Well, I don't know. I mean, can Frakes look good? I don't know. They scored 12 points. So if they score 10, they have to hold Minnesota to 46. Opener for them, 36. Where do you go basic better? 36.
Under.
So you take the Aggies in the 36?
Yeah.
Okay. Might be one I stay away from.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That might be one I stay away from. You know, all those numbers we thought we'd cover. Aggies, the spread was 9. If they'd have scored on that last drive, and I'm going to guess there were a lot of people who thought, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
They did not. They lose by 11.
11.
Yeah, the spread was 9 on that
I
game.
know I took it.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's okay. First one of the season.
Sometimes you lose.
First little 0 week of the season.
Yeah, sometimes first little 0 week of the season. Sometimes you lose on bets. It's kind of crazy. Especially, did you do a whole parlay this week?
I do a parlay every day.
You do a parlay every day?
Yeah.
A 3-team parlay?
Yep. And I mix it up. Like sometimes I even throw some WNBA in there. Like I throw it. I go all around town.
Have you guys watched any WNBA?
I haven't, but I bet on it.
Aces Storm is really good just because it's
I mean, I
super
read
early.
up on them.
Las Vegas Aces #1 seed. So over the weekend, the most wagered on plays, Bet Rivers, Vanderbilt was the biggest winner.
That was easy, yeah.
For the public. And Illinois.
All right, Jim Rome Show is next. Heard with Colin Coward. After that, 2 Men On comes your way at 4. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio at 7 a.m. Thanks to Danny Gonzalez for being with us today. Adrian, great work. A. Marie, terrific job. Big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has